Okay, we're going to continue on in our Father's Word. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 6. Now, Daniel was taken to Babylon by Nebuchadnezzar the first time he came in 605 BC. He came to Judea, Jerusalem, and then the Judah rebelled, and then he came again in 597 BC. And then he came again and really destroyed the temple, and I mean, he made a mess of Jerusalem the third time in 586 BC. Now, in Ezekiel 14:14, it talks about Daniel. This is Ezekiel 14:14. Even if these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they would deliver only themselves by their righteousness, says the Lord God. That's Ezekiel 14:14. And then down Ezekiel 14:20, even though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, says the Lord God, they would deliver neither son nor daughter. They would deliver only themselves by their righteousness. So Daniel's talked about in Ezekiel, and it's talked about in Mark 13, the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet. And Jesus talks about Daniel. Now this is Daniel 2, verse 6. However, if you tell the dream and its interpretation, you shall receive from me gifts and rewards and great honor. Nebuchadnezzar is telling his wise people to tell him what the dream was that he had and the interpretation of it. Therefore tell me the dream and its interpretation. They again answered and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will give its interpretation. And the king answered and said, I know for certain that you would gain time, because you see that my decision is firm. If you do not make known the dream to me, there is only one decree for you. For you have agreed to speak lying and corrupt words before me till the time has changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that you can give me its interpretation. The Chaldeans answered the king and said, there is not a man on earth who can tell the king's matter. Therefore no king, lord, or ruler has ever asked such a thing from any magician, astrologer, or Chaldean. It is a difficult thing that the king requests, and there is no other who can tell it to the king except the gods, whose dwelling is not with flesh. For this reason the king was angry,